been knowing about dude for quite some time, at least 20. He's been doing interviews, writing books.
And he was probably terrified for his life. For Puffy because he was scared. Yeah, he was scared. Yes, I agree. I do agree.
A shocking twist is about to rock Diddy's world, and it's not a good one. Reports suggest that Tupac's family is closing in on the truth behind the late rap legend's shooting. According to Pac's brother, Mopreme, all signs point to seeing Diddy calms. A few months back, the media was buzzing with news that Tupac's family had hired additional lawyers to investigate claims of Diddy's involvement in the shooting. The family is reportedly preparing to take legal action against the disgraced music mogul if any evidence surfaces. If Mopreme's statements hold weight, it looks like Mr. Combs could be in serious trouble.
Because we have been working on different legal stuff over the years.
Diddy has enough legal troubles on his plate, but that doesn't mean he should escape the pain he caused Tupac's family. As one investigator noted, this is pretty significant. I don't think anyone saw this coming after 27 years. Many had given up hope for any prosecution, but this changes the game and opens things up. However, he cautioned that we should wait for the actual investigation results to be announced. Despite the silence surrounding the current developments, Tupac's family members remain optimistic about gathering sufficient evidence to finally charge Diddy and potentially send him to prison. The next few months are bound to be intense, especially for Diddy. Tupac's brother has stated that neither he nor the police are naive enough to believe in the music mogul's innocence.
He was looking at me, and me and my sister went in to see him, and he was trying to tell me something.
Despite the swirling rumors and logical reasoning about Diddy's potential involvement in this crime, he continues to deny all allegations, calling them complete nonsense. However, his actions seem to contradict his public statements. Remember last year when the case was reopened? Mopreme gave a significant interview claiming that Diddy contacted him directly to deny any role in Tupac's shooting. This time, though, Diddy's contradictions are coming to light. Just days before that call, Las Vegas law enforcement arrested a suspect named CFE, who prosecutors allege was responsible for executing the rap legend back in 1996. CFE's attorney insists that he was merely a pawn in a larger scheme. Yet, this call did little to convince Mopreme or others of Diddy's total innocence.
Crazy. It seemed like Puff do that, though.
Despite the unsolved mystery of who gunned down Tupac nearly 30 years ago being reopened, it doesn't seem like we're any closer to finding the answers. Diddy continues to insist on his innocence, and he has the support of Suge Knight, the former producer who was sitting next to Tupac in the car when he was shot in September 1996. Suge is one of the few people with first-hand knowledge of the events that unfolded that night, and he apparently doesn't want to see Kefi in jail for it. He'd has stated, "I am not going to get on the stand and testify. I wouldn't testify to any of that." Meanwhile, investigators are not wasting time digging into the case, particularly focusing on Kefi's claims about Diddy's alleged involvement in the incident.
Sounds like a guy that's guilty, man. Him calling you trying to plead his innocence.
Many fans believe the investigation into Tupac's murder has been intentionally stalled, suggesting that certain figures may have paid significant sums to cover up the trail leading to the real culprit. One person wrote, "Hate to say it, but they will never connect Diddy to this, no matter what Kefi says." Another user commented, "Why do they keep it under the rug? Puff should be in jail for a long time." While the streets remain silent, newly found evidence may finally shed more light on the case. The ongoing saga of Tupac's unsolved murder keeps his family on edge. However, they haven't just been waiting for the police to act. They've been conducting their own investigation and have reportedly linked Diddy to the shooting. This puts Diddy in a precarious position, potentially painted as the mastermind behind it all. Tupac's brother, Mopreme, recently revealed a significant conversation he had with Diddy. According to him, Diddy personally reached out to deny any involvement in Tupac's 1996 shooting, saying, "Puffy called me back in the day and said, 'I just want you to know I have nothing to do with your brother's death. I know who you are, but we never met, and I just want to call you man to man to let you know that I had nothing to do with your brother's shooting.'" Despite Diddy's claims of innocence, Mopreme remains skeptical, believing the mogul was merely trying to secure favor in case legal troubles arose.
We'll Learn about it. People be aware of what's going on in the world, because it ain't going nowhere.
Since Kefi is assisting the police in digging into the roots of this case, it seems unlikely that he is directly involved. Tupac's brother believes the former gangster is trying to steer the investigation in the right direction. Forensic experts have tested the bullets found in Kefi's house and determined they do not match those used in Tupac's murder. This case is proving to be more complex than initially thought. Kefi insists he was not acting alone, and his statements are being taken seriously. The alleged shooter, Orlando Anderson, is said to have acted independently, but Mopreme, like many others, doesn't believe Anderson had any motive to kill Tupac. He's eagerly awaiting the first official report on the case and any potential connections to Diddy.
years, yo. 27 years. They've been knowing about dude for quite some time, at least 20.
Orlando Anderson never had the chance to appear in court and face the consequences for the fatal shots he fired, as he passed away just a few years after ending Tupac's life. The circumstances surrounding his death were controversial. In an interview with Comedy Hype, Tupac's brother expressed his frustration over the investigation being stalled for nearly 3 decades, especially given that the streets have long been buzzing about who they believe is responsible for Tupac's untimely demise.
Competent law enforcement would follow up or do something. I ain't no cop, you know. I don't, you know, but I'm not stupid.
With new details emerging, police indicate that the investigation could take weeks or even months, given the vast amount of evidence found in Kefi's house. While there's a consensus that one infamous music producer, Diddy, could potentially face serious consequences, authorities can't simply raid his home based on public opinion alone. Former LAPD officer Greg Caden has alleged that Grammy-winning artist Diddy was responsible for hiring a gang to shoot his industry rival, Tupac. Now, with this major breakthrough in the case, Mopreme encourages everyone to grab some popcorn and watch as Diddy potentially faces justice for his alleged involvement.
Wanted to do. This is the plan. That was the plan.
It appears that Kefi has been playing the role of an informant for quite some time. New evidence suggests that back in 2009, he was involved in an undercover investigation that implicated Diddy in hiring a hit. Kefi alleges that Diddy offered $1 million for the job. He gave interviews to police in 2008 and 2009, sharing his insider knowledge of the hit and detailing the complexities of the situation, asserting that it's more complicated than anyone realizes. At the time, many believed Kefi was just trying to cash in by fabricating a story. However, it seems that Tupac's family has not dismissed his statements against Diddy in their ongoing investigation.